fans of the Chumbag HQ will know that I did just recently play and beat The Bridge Curse 2, the Extrication,
The
which
Extrication. We talked about that last week, actually. We like I said, hey, this game's coming out, and here we are. Next episode, we've played it. Well, Austin played it. Austin played it, and I was kind of over his shoulder, whispering sweet nothings into his ear.
So yeah, I mean, The Bridge 2. I never played The Bridge 1.
Curse.
Let's start there. The Bridge Curse. Sorry, yeah, because there is probably other games.
Yeah, there's there's a Bridge 2. Yeah.
And anyone that's a fan of Chumbag HQ will understand my history with bridges.
Yes.
But anyway, so The Bridge Curse 2 was my first jump into the series. I don't know if the first one has any relevance to the second one. It doesn't seem like it
my
does.
understanding is that it's kind of like they're just urban legends, like they all center around some urban legend or another. And so yeah, go ahead. Let's talk about
it. That's what this game is. It's it's made by Softstar, which, I mean, thank you for sending us a copy to review and play.
And also shout out to having your own name in the game, saying that it's on TV saying that you're working on multiple different games. That's a shout out to the real fans. I appreciate that.
Now I do have it written down here, just a little bit of what the game is. I'll read the actual description that is given. Actually, I don't even think the description really is that good. It's very generalized. It says, try to escape with your life in a first-person survival horror adventure. Play through the eyes of 4 distinct characters as you evade and confront terrifying ghosts, unravel mind-bending puzzles, and unearth a sinister conspiracy. So the actual story of the game, excuse me, is that you, just like it says, you do play as 4 different people throughout the course of the campaign. The campaign is only about 4 or 5 hours long. It's a very short game.
Yeah.
But it all takes place inside of I'm about to butcher. Wenhua? Is it Wenhua? Is that how you pronounce it? Wenhua University.
It sounds about right. If I got it wrong.
I went back and just to double check. I did have Hua written down, HUA.
Okay. Yeah.
So Wenhua University. This is originally a game, and like Suri said, Urban Legends. This was it took place. Well, it didn't take place. The developers are Taiwanese, so this is clearly dubbed over in English with the original language being of that. So when we played through it, that was kind of one of the things that we joked about, or not even really joked about. We just kind of said it brought out of the illusion of this dub. Although at some parts was very funny, we got good good things,
some good quotes out of it. Sure.
What was the whooping hell? No.
Yeah, there was whooping hell.
Whooping hell,
and the same.
And this is stranger
character,
than a purple shit.
Yeah, yeah.
Which that one is by far my favorite one, and I've said multiple times since we played.
I've also said stranger than a purple shit. I have to also appreciate that moment is really for us a double whammy, because not only is it the fact that we hear that line for the first time, but during that cutscene, there's a box of stuff with nothing in it. Yeah, it's there's a perfect one too. Whoa, Nick, you look different. Yeah, he has a beard now.
Listen, I got a new camera. This is what happens.
It's HD.
Nick in HD.
It's like in SpongeBob, where they just cut to the super high res.
So yeah, the game just came to consoles, next gen consoles, which is the copy we played. I played it on PS5.
Yep.
Talking about the game itself, it was visually very well done. Graphically, it was amazing. Some of the puzzles, it felt like Resident Evil Light. It was very much once I picked up a puzzle, I knew exactly what I had to do, and there wasn't much thought to it. But there are points in the game where I would legitimately just get lost, even though it's a very confined and small area that you basically operate in. It's pretty linear. There's not much exploration. It'll tell you exactly where to go, and once you're there, you just kind of have to like fumble around until you find exactly what you have to do, and then it's a very easy puzzle.
Yeah.
In terms of the demons that we encounter throughout our playthrough, there are the nurse who, in terms of the story, she got like her neck like snapped in an elevator, which you see multiple times throughout the thing, and she's the one that follows you around.
Yeah.
For I think either 2 or 3 of the characters. Another one is a ballerina, which that one
The
was
Mad
by far
Ballerina?
my favorite. What was that?
Isn't it the Mad Ballerina or something like that?
The blind
The
ballerina.
blind,
Because
yeah, of course, because
I
she's
think if I remember the story correctly, it was like she got like glass in her eyes or something like that and lost her sight.
during a performance.
So yeah, during a performance.
Yeah,
Um,
that sequence was really cool with the whole ballerina and you like kind of you have to
yeah,
escape
I was
during a
gonna get into
performance.
that in a second.
Okay.
But the other ones are a little like doll demon, which that doll
Hmm.
demon is this probably the stupidest one of the bunch. And then there's like the big bad demon that you only really encounter at the very end of the game, which is called like the Dark One. And there's like a semi-friendly, not friendly ghost that we encounter, which is the guy who was saying the crazy lines of what the whooping hell and all this other
Sergeant
stuff. It
something.
was just
Juan?
Sergeant something.
John?
I don't remember. Excuse me, I don't remember his name. Um, but yeah, for most of them, it was very cut and dry. Like, here's an enemy, they're gonna get you if they hear or see you. The only one that was really unique, I think, was the ballerina one that we mentioned and Sri started talking about. The ballerina one had a really cool mechanic of it's going to go through its routine, and you just cannot let this ballerina see you. Um, so create it kind of like a fun experience. At first, it was just like one encounter, and you had to kind of sneak through like an obstacle course to get to the front of the room. And then
Yep.
once you got there, her performance was over. But there was like a boss encounter at the end where she took up, I believe it was up to 6 mannequins, and these mannequins all moved as like she teleported between them,
Yep.
and you just had to survive the performance. And it was probably the most intense the most
Game.
intense experience I had throughout the entire playthrough.
Hmm.
Um, and it was probably my favorite part. Like that was throughout the whole time, like especially towards the end when I got deeper and deeper into it, I was like, this could have been adapted into like a Silent Hill game, and I would have totally bought into it. Like this could have been twice as long, better written, and like adapt it to a little bit more to like give me more puzzle solving that I have to go like from point A to point C to point D
Sure.
to point F, you know?
Right.
um, and just like move around the environment a little bit more, engage more with these things. Um, because by the end of it, I didn't really have like a fear or a thrill that went with it. Um, and overall, at the end, the ending really left me wanting more. We did also find out that there's an alternate ending that is with the game.
Yeah.
I went and watched the alternate ending after we stopped streaming that night, and it did not do anything remotely
Oh
to
yeah.
excite me. So I'm not going to spoil it just in case you want to play it.
Sure.
But yeah, there are multiple endings that you can achieve through different ways. Overall, the game was fun. I didn't hate the fact that I played it. Um, it was like if I had to like grade it, I would put it at like a 6 out of 10. But like that's like a very soft 6 because I think that it easily could have been an 8. And
Sure.
the difference really there is just potentially in the dubbing. So I haven't had time to go back and play and just read through subtitles. I would imagine it's at least slightly better then because there's just some things that can get lost in translation with any sort of dubbing. I'm a big anime fan, and I know for a fact that they sometimes just say whatever they need to and then just get to the story portion of certain scenes, but that little bit could add to the story. So I'm going to say a 6. The dubbing could have been part of it. But like I enjoyed my time in the game. It's beautiful. It gets creative at certain points, but I would say for like the 30% it's creative, it's like 70% I've totally done this in every other like modern day horror game.
Yeah, that's fair.